Welcome back to another video with the EK Civic, and basically in this video all I'm doing is running through the car and fixing up small little issues that it had when I got it, giving it a really good once over and really good clean. This footage is a couple months old actually. I've been a bit slack, been pretty busy, and this was essentially the things that I did when I first got the car. Just a good once over, good clean on the inside and out, fixing up the little problems that it had, like this rust hole here. So first thing I did was vacuumed it all out, wire wheeled all the excess rust off, and here I'm just putting on some rust converter on all the open metal and rusty spots. Just paint that on and yeah. So I didn't actually record how I fixed the rust hole there. I did it very primitively, that's for sure. I actually put a bit of cardboard on the bottom side of that rust hole, and I filled the hole with epoxy, 30-minute fast cure epoxy, and that seemed to do the trick. That filled the hole without having to weld or do any crazy fabrication. So yeah, that was an easy fix. And another really easy thing you can do to your car to make it just look that extra bit nice is just go ahead and degrease the whole engine bay. Give the engine bay a really good clean. That's just almost a free way of making your car look heaps nicer in the engine bay, especially if it's a new project car as well, one that's been neglected and just hasn't been cleaned probably in its whole life. Really makes it look nice. Also getting in all the door jambs and the small spots like the hatch seals and all the nooks and crannies that people usually wouldn't clean is also a really good thing to do, as it'll prevent rust and corrosion and just, you know, all those other things that might happen in the long run, and it just keeps it all nice and clean. And yeah. Here I'm just giving the headlights a quick restoration. Basically you can buy one of these kits from any auto parts stores for about 20 bucks or something. It just comes with different grits of sandpaper, and you wet the headlights, sand them with the different grits going up in here. Oh. Yeah, this is another relatively cheap and easy fix you can do to make your car just look that little bit newer. But in the future I'm probably going to plan on getting some new headlights anyway, just some nice, different, cooler style ones. But for now this does a pretty good job, makes quite a big difference. Now when you're vacuuming your new project car that has been not looked after the best, it's going to take a while, because this thing was covered in who knows what kind of dog hair or human hair. It had hair everywhere. It had stains everywhere in the carpet. It had stains in the seat. There was just stuff and rubbish everywhere as well. So yeah, the first clean's always going to be a pretty long process, and as you can see, I took the seats out here to get to everything and just really give it a good once over. And I'd recommend buying a wet vac as well, which I didn't actually do till later on. A wet vac does wonders on the carpet and any fabrics you have in the car. You can buy a wet vac for like $100 probably online, and they do really make a big difference on the carpets. Like all those stains there, I did manage to get out later on. Doing a pretty deep clean like this is also another way of getting rid of just weird smells you can't seem to get rid of with air fresheners. You kind of just have to go through the whole car, vacuum and wipe and just clean everything, and that really gets rid of the smell. So the car does smell quite good now. I think this heater hose is actually a pretty common problem, as the distributor oil leaks out the bottom of the distributor cap there. It actually leaks onto that hose and just wears a hole straight through it. So if you ever have kind of a coolant leak, you might want to check there, as the distributors just, those things just leak no matter what. So I did end up replacing the seals in the distributor and it still leaks. I think it just won't stop. It's just something that Hondas do, I guess. It's gonna fit. There's an easy little mod I bought. They're about $5 off AliExpress if you want to buy some. Just little LED number plate lights. They're white lights instead of the old crappy bulbs. So these will hopefully last a lot longer. They probably will consume a little bit less power, and they just make it look that little bit cleaner at night time when you do have your lights on. Very easy install as well. Just take the old ones off, put the old rubbers on these new frames here, and then it's a simple bolt in and plug in, bolt in, done. Didn't get much footage of it, but I did paint my valve cover here, nice purple. I think it came out pretty good. And then as you guys know, the body on this car is not great. It's got clear coat peel everywhere, so I do end up respraying basically half of the car's panels with new paint and new clear, and that was a learning experience, I'll tell you that. Painting is pretty difficult when you're not using a gun and you're outside and all these other things, but I think it came out alright in the end for, you know, doing it on a budget. So I ended up doing the fender, the passenger door as well. I just resprayed the window wipers, and then I also resprayed the door trims just to colour match all of them. I think it gives it a nice colour matched JDM feel to the car. Yeah. Finally getting a painted hood after 5 months of owning the thing. Hopefully I can fix this up. Here's just some simple cheap mods, you know, a little battery tie down from AliExpress, you know, $5 or whatever, goes a long way. Makes it look nice in the engine bay, although the engine bay still does have a lot of work to go. Here's how the car sits as of now basically. It's had a couple changes since then, but this is a couple months old. Anyway, thanks for watching. This footage is a couple months old. Obviously the car's had a lot of stuff done. It's actually been turboed. It's got different wheels, it's got a new front rear bar. It's had a bit done since then, but working my hardest to try and get the footage together and edit it and put out, but you know, don't have all the time in the world.